top 4 bad vision habits that can impair your eyesight. Hello everybody, my name is Sviatoslav and I would like to share with you information most people, regardless of whether they have poor eyesight now or clear eyesight, already have these habits, and these habits automatically can lead to visual impairment. In this video we will talk about 4 bad habits of poor vision, the constant overstrain of the eye muscles and the inability to feel tiredness in the eyes. The second habit of restraining yawning and why it is bad. The third habit is to fall asleep tensed and not relaxed before bed. Fourth bad habit is squinting. We will also discuss the dangers of these poor vision bad habits and how to deal with them. Bad habit of poor eyesight. First bad habit of poor vision is the daily eye strain and the inability of a person to listen to his body. As soon as you feel the slightest fatigue in your eyes, you need to give your eyes rest and relieve stress. If the eyes are not going to rest, the eye muscles can go into spasm. If the muscle of the eye are in a spasm, then the function of refocusing into the distance disappears. Myopia is called. It is necessary to constantly listen to your body and give your eyes a rest at the slightest fatigue. Second bad habit of poor eyesight, to restrain yawning. When we yawn, we capture oxygen and reboot the visual system. You can pay attention to your eyesight. It gets better as the tension leaves the eye muscles. Not everyone can afford this beautiful yawn because it is not accepted in society to fully yawn. It is indecently to step aside, they say, or cover your mouth with your hand, and as a result, we do not get a desired effect. Yawning is a natural reflex that allows you to seize the maximum of oxygen necessary for your brain, eyes, and many physiological functions. Moreover, you noticed that yawning is always associated with stretching, as there is a balancing of many veins and ligaments muscle of our spine, arms, legs, and past microclamps and spasm. Few people know that yawning is also the most important process of restructuring of the visual apparatus, the accumulated visual tension of the muscles that work and didn't rest, and it is the yawning that relieves the tension of these muscles. You can even experiment, try yawning for 2-3 minutes, then your eyesight will instantly improve as your stress will decrease, and from the temporal region, and you will feel that your eyes have relaxed. A lot of people can see clear instantly because of this tense muscle. They relax, stretch out, and are saturated with oxygen. There is an additional flow of nutrients and the metabolism improves, and the eyes immediately begin to work better. But society imposed on us restraining normal yawning instead. How to develop the good habit of yawning? Yawn more often, especially in the morning. You wake up yawning and stretching. This will improve the work of the whole body, especially before going to bed. Do a good yawn and stretch, and this will improve rest and recovery during sleep. You will wake up fresh and rested. Third bad habit of poor eyesight, fall asleep tense and with anxious thoughts. Few people know that when we go to bed, our body works in the same mode which we fell asleep. For example, you fell asleep with some disturbing thoughts, with tension in your eyes, with some kind of spasm. All night we will be squeezed, and in the morning we wake up feeling exhausted because we didn't relax before going to bed. And this is another bad habit that not everyone realizes. Learn to relax before bed. For 2 months I listened to meditation to relax the facial muscles before going to bed, and it helped a lot to relax them, eyes, and the whole body. This is a part of the complex and helped me improve my vision. Fourth bad habit of poor eyesight, squinting, a habit that has developed among people already with poor eyesight. They try to see somehow, and squint, narrowing the visual view. The picture seems to turn out better, but at the same time, there is an additional tension on the eye muscles and constant on our eyes. The person strained his eyelids and pressed a little on the eyeball, and it turned out that the distance to the retina became smaller and the person sees better than before. But then eye muscle fatigue accumulates more and deterioration of the eyesight happens. The muscle of the eyes cannot rest because they are in constant tension and become spasmodic, and the vision falls even more. It is necessary, on the contrary, to relax the eyes and as much as possible. Blink every 3 seconds and look without squinting, so that the oblique muscle of the eyes relax and unclench and the gaze refocuses into the distance. Relaxed look. You can even do this exercise to develop the right habits. For example, you print the text on A4 paper and hang it on the wall. You look at it without tension, without glasses, regardless of whether you see it well or blurry. And with your eyes, you walk to the right, to the left, up and down by the diagonals. Look at this text with the relaxed gaze from all sides, and you will notice that even such a simple exercise immediately makes this text clearer. From different sides, the light refracted into the eye and the object itself on the retina become clearer. That is, it become better recognized by the brain, and therefore you can see it almost immediately better. And of course, try to look always relaxed, don't squint. You will get used to doing this, and gradually the vision will begin to heal itself, because the eyes see well only when they are relaxed. If the eyes are somehow tense, if some muscles is tense, they are not will see well, because they cannot refocus into different distances. Why are glasses or lenses dangerous? Glasses always make the eye tense. You can see better for some times, but the tension increases, the spasm increases, and the vision becomes even worse. Today I explain to you about 4 bad habits of poor vision: constant overstrain of the eye muscles and the inability to feel tiredness in the eyes. Second, the habit of restraining yawning and why it is harmful. Third, the habit to fall asleep tense and the need to relax before bed for more effective recovery and relaxation. Fourth bad habit is squinting, and you need to get rid of this habit. Subscribe to the channel, hit the like button so more people can see this video. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments below, and see you in the next videos.